my name is Leela and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to make a healthy and delicious steamed chicken with vegetables. Now the one thing that you do need to make this dish is a steamer. I'm going to use a bamboo steamer, but any type of steamer will suffice. So let's go ahead and get started on our steamed chicken with vegetables. Now here I have my 3 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I am just going to remove all of the fat, as you can see here, from the chicken. So I just want to go ahead and cut all of my fat off of the chicken just like this. Okay, and once all of the fat is removed from your chicken, what we want to do is we want to just go ahead and cut it into slices just like this. So about that size, we just want thin slices of chicken, just about that size. Once my chicken is cut, I'm just going to place it into a bowl to be marinated. And I'm just going to add my garlic salt and my sugar. And I'm going to mix it around with my hand just to make sure that the salt and the sugar coat each piece of the chicken. And then I'm going to add my sherry. And again, using my hands, I'm just going to mix it in so the chicken is thoroughly coated. And then I'm just going to sprinkle in my cornstarch and using my hand, again, mixing it in. And once the chicken is thoroughly coated, I am just going to let it marinate while we prepare our other ingredients. Now here I have my 2 carrots which have already been peeled, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut them on a diagonal. Now we're going to start at the end here and we're just going to cut it on a diagonal like this, and we're going to toss out this end piece. Then we are just going to make cuts just like that so that we have diagonal pieces that look just like this. So we just want to go ahead and continue cutting the rest of our carrots. And once our carrots are cut, we can go ahead and set them aside and cut our celery. Now here I have my 2 celery stalks, which I've already rinsed and pat dry with paper towels. And we're just going to cut them the same way that we did the carrots. So again, just on the diagonal, cut the end piece off, and then cut our slices of celery. So that we have celery slices that look like this. They're just cut on a diagonal and they just look like that. So go ahead and continue cutting your celery. Okay, and depending on your celery size also, the pieces might come out a little different. Like some of them look like this. And then once you get to the end of your celery, they'll start looking a little longer just like that. And then of course at the very end, the white part, you want to just discard that. So once you have your celery cut, we're just going to set it aside and we are going to start on our mushrooms. Okay, now for my mushrooms, I'm actually going to use baby portobello mushrooms, and they look like this. You can use white button mushrooms if you like, it doesn't matter. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean them. Now, a lot of people say to just brush them with a dry rag or dry paper towel, but I actually like to just damp in a paper towel, just like this, and then just kind of wipe off the top of my mushroom like that, and then of course wipe off some of the stem. So that is how I clean my mushrooms. And you don't want to soak these in water because they do soak up water, so you just want to kind of wipe them off just like that. So go ahead and continue cleaning the rest of your mushrooms. Okay, once our mushrooms are clean, what we're going to do is we are just going to slice them. Now, the first thing that we need to do is we're just going to chop off the stem. And you can pull these off if you want, but I just like to chop it off just like that. We're not going to use that. And then we're just going to slice them into thin slices, just like this. So again, you just want a thin mushroom slice that looks like that. So go ahead and continue to slice the rest of your mushrooms. Okay, and once all of your mushrooms are sliced, we can go ahead and prepare our sauce. Now for our sauce, I am just going to mix together a half a cup of chicken broth with 1 tablespoon of soy sauce and just a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt. So I'm just going to mix those up together, and this is going to be the sauce for our chicken. Okay, and once our chicken has marinated, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to combine everything together. So the first thing I'm going to do is add the sauce to the chicken, and I'm just going to kind of stir this up with my hands just like this. And then what I want to do is I just want to add our vegetables into this mixture as well. So now once I mix everything up together, I am going to place it into a bowl and then into our steamer. So make sure all of these things are thoroughly mixed together. Okay, and here is my bowl full of my chicken and vegetables. And now this isn't all of it. This is only as much as will fit in my bowl. Now this bowl fits perfectly into my bamboo steamer. Now you want to make sure you have a dish that fits into your steamer. A lot of people have the big aluminum steamers, which are great because then you can fit everything in there. But since mine is small, I'm just going to put a little bit of food in there at one time. And then I actually have 2 layers. So I'm going to place this layer on top and then place another bowl full of my chicken and vegetables in there as well. And then place the lid on top. So right now we are just going to go ahead and bring a big pot of water to boil. Now make sure that pot, the steamer sits nicely on top of your pot or wok, so that it can sit there comfortably while the food is steaming. So let's go ahead and bring a pot or wok of water to boil. Okay, and once our pot of water comes to a boil, I'm just going to set my steamer right on top, and then I'm going to place my lid on top just like that. So there I have my steamer, and I'm just going to let them steam until they're cooked through. And after about 10 to 12 minutes, we just want to check and see if our chicken is cooked through. And once our chicken is cooked through, we can remove the steamer from our pot. And now once we remove our chicken, what you want to do is just give it a little stir, because sometimes the chicken will stick together just a little bit. So you just kind of want to break it up back into the pieces and give it a little stir just like that. And then what you have is your steamed chicken with vegetables. And you can go ahead and serve it just like that. Enjoy!